Okay, let's continue on with some new operations with what we have. So we've got our name here. I think I'm just going to perhaps make this a bit more funky. So I'm going to make the L quite large. I'm going to make the O. I'm just going to hold down Shift here to row at the same time. I'm going to make the O quite big. And the T's, I think I'll make them quite long. I'm just grabbing the bottom there, and I'm going to grab this other T, and I'm going to make this T quite long too, but not the same length. Why not have it, a bit offset? Okay, so lot. So now what we need to do is one operation I'm going to show you is called grouping. So what you do is you just click down once, and you drag this red square around all of your shapes. And everything will get highlighted in that sort of light blue color. And there's a little function up here called group, and what this will do will group everything together into one piece. So I'll just show you what that looks like when I click on that. Just wait a second, and now this is actually one solid piece right here. And I could 3D print that if I wanted. But we're going to do this a bit of a different way. So I'm just going to click the undo button in the corner. When I click undo, that undoes, a couple movements there, so I had to click it twice because I moved it. So that undoes what I did. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this letter, now I'm going to hold down Shift, I'm going to take this letter, I'm going to hold down the Shift, I'm going to take this letter, and I'm going to hold down Shift, and I'm going to take this letter. And I'm going to turn them into what are called holes. So if I click on the hole button, this now actually turns those shapes into holes. So when I do the exact same thing, and I'm just going to group everything, and I release, now it's highlighted everything inside the boxes. I'm just going to group that. You can actually see it takes away from the shape. So I've got a bit of a different kind of looking example here, which I like a little bit better actually. Now, while I was looking at this, I was thinking, well, why don't I turn this into a pencil holder? So I gotta when I'm thinking about doing practical things like that, I want to think about the measurements of how big I want my pencil holder to be. So if I click down on the bottom here, I can see that it's 67 millimeters across. Okay, and I can take my ruler out and measure how long that is. And then on the side, as it goes up here, the height is about 39 millimeters high. So if you take your ruler now and kind of measure those, the length and the height out, you can get an idea of how large this this pencil holder is going to be. And that length and that height actually sit pretty nicely in what I want to build. So in the next video, we're just going to measure the diameter of the pencil, measure the length of the pencil, and make ourselves some holes in the top of this thing to build ourselves a little pencil holder that we can then 3D print.